Okay, guys, do me a favor and watch this video.
Would you consider a prenup?
Prenups are regularly thrown out all the time. They're typically non-enforceable, especially the longer the marriage goes on, the less likely they are to be enforced. Men get absolutely destroyed in marriage and in divorce. 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. 90% if she's college educated. 90% of child support payments go from men to women. 97% of alimony payments go from men to women. You know, you have no fault divorce. So a woman can cheat on you. She can still get half your shit.
Oh, first of all, it's 40% of first marriages. So 50%, the 50% thing, you'd have to add people who get serially divorced, and you shouldn't marry one of those. So that's not a good argument for not getting married. It's a good argument for not marrying somebody you're going to have to divorce. The way to do that, make sure she's a conservative, goes to church, and is a virgin. Then you're not going to get divorced. You'll be fine.
I am lost for words because I can't tell if you're just giving bad advice for the sake of giving bad advice, or he really doesn't know what he's talking about. There's a lot of conservatives today who tend to have just a very weird take on marriages. And their solutions are not even solutions. He mentioned three things. Make sure she goes to church, make sure she's a virgin, and make sure she's conservative. All these three things can either be faked or aren't that important in a long-term relationship. Conservatives divorce, you know that, right? I mean, Steve Crowder's wife, you could say that she was conservative. You could say that she was even tried conservative. You could even say that she's a virgin. At least she was a virgin before she married Crowder. But yet, she divorced him and was trying to take his shit. It's just sad that conservatives give these low-level, dumb-ass arguments as if these are actually solutions. It's like telling somebody, hey, people are trying to invade your country. What should you do? What do you mean? Just pray. That's all you gotta do. Just pray. That's it. Sit down, pray. I don't do anything else. The prayer will stop them from attacking you. Now, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. But that's a stupid advice. That's a dumbass advice. Because that's not a solution. That's how you get yourself killed. These conservatives out here just giving the worst fucking solutions to problems that are much bigger than the stupid solutions that are given. What kind of an answer is that? Marry a conservative woman that's a virgin and goes to church? That is your solution to the problem? Now, don't get me wrong. Those are great qualities for a woman to have. But that doesn't mean that she's going to be a good partner. A. B. That doesn't mean that she's going to be married to you forever. C. That doesn't mean she's not going to divorce you. Because that's not what determines whether women divorce men or not. Leverage is what determines whether women divorce men or not. That's what determines it in the Western world. All those stuff, maybe they will work for the third world country like Nigeria or some shit. But when it comes to the real world, when it comes to the Western world, that's not going to work. Now, let me give you guys a better advice. Unless you're very spiritual, that God talks to you and can showcase who your future partner is, if you're not that spiritual, I would say take another route. It's a better idea. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you that this exists. It's a better idea to go for women that have more money than you do. And not only do they have more money than you do, they're temperamentally not stingy to the extent that they want to use it at all on you. They're not people that tell you to take them out on expensive dates when they're having $500,000 in their bank accounts. Don't go for women like that. If you want to marry a woman that has enough financial stability to contribute to the relationship, whereby she's either your level or richer than you. That's one. Two, marry a woman that you have tested over the period of nothing less than 2 to 3 years. How her character is. Is she actually nice, or is she just nice on the first week? Is she supportive? Is she respectful? Is she peaceful? If you vet her for over a period of 3 years and she continues this up for over a period of 3 years, the chances that she's going to change into some daredevil witch is going to be extremely low. If the woman is nagging you, if she's talking about you buying her gifts and shit, all these kinds of things, you'd be like, no, nigga, I'm not marrying that bitch. No, I'm not doing that shit. Those are obvious signs. And don't let go of obvious signs. I don't care how hard it was for you to land her. If she's disrespectful a little bit, you want to check that. If you want to tell her that, don't do this. If she doesn't listen, but does it again, you don't want to be in a relationship. And you definitely don't want to marry that bitch. That is some solutions. Not make sure she goes to church. Do you know how many women that are going to church that are not actually Christians or good Christians? I'm a Christian and I'm struggling because I'm not as committed as I should be. Now, you think that other women that are going to church are just going to be perfect creatures? You think conservative women, because they're conservative, are not hypergamous? They don't believe that you should pay all the bills and shit? You think that they're not going to take advantage of the system that benefits them? Is that what you really fucking think, you dumb motherfucker? And don't get me wrong, I have respect for this man on other topics. But when it comes to this topic, he's a fucking idiot. He says dumb shit when it comes to this particular topic. And a lot of conservatives say dumb shit when it comes to this particular topic too. It's remarkable. I tell you, it's remarkable. Just because you go to church doesn't mean you're a good person. Just because you go to church doesn't mean you're actually a Christian or living by the faith of Christ. Okay? And just because you claim you're a virgin doesn't mean you're a virgin. Women can lie about that. And how are you going to know? Are you going to like test their vagina with a litmus paper? Is that what you're going to do? And also, let me even stress on this virginity argument for a while, because even the red pill uses this stupid argument. Let me make one thing very clear. If a woman's a virgin, there are certain advantages that it gives to you. True. But those advantages are not that much. Because the virus is not in their vagina, the virus is in their brain. The media has programmed them. It didn't program their pussies, it programmed them mentally. Women that are virgins, a lot of them think that their virginity is so perfect that it should not be touched. And so they don't do any other thing that could guarantee them a good relationship. To them, they think that the only prize that they have, or the only prize that they should utilize, is their pussy. Because no man has known them, so to speak. Now, not all virgins do this, but there's a lot of virgins that do this. So, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter whether she's a virgin or not. If she's a piece of shit human being, she's a piece of shit human being. Whether she has been fucked by a dude in her past life or in her present life doesn't fucking matter. What matters is her nature over a period of time. Her nature over a period of 1 to 3 years. That's what matters when you go into a relationship. Doesn't matter whether she's been fucked. Yes, obviously you don't want to go for a hoe. They're trying to monetize a pussy to get free food, right? You don't want to go for that shit. But going for a virgin isn't going to solve all your fucking problems. As Steve Crowder found out the hard way, it doesn't matter. How is her lifestyle in a period of time within 3 years? Is she still somebody that is in a hot girl summer waiting to party the next day, or trying to gaslight you or nag you or disrespect you in different ways? Or is she a nice person that really cares about you and will listen to you and obey you if you're the leader in the relationship, and also reciprocates your hard work? Is she that kind of person? If not, then you shouldn't be trying to marry that person, because it would end up very bad for you. These are simple things you need to keep in mind. Not become a conservative, go to church, and be a virgin. Those are not the most important thing. They're important if the woman is taking them seriously, especially the whole going to church part. It will be understandable if she's taking it seriously, and you will know by the action if you vet her for 3 years. But let's be honest, most women that go to church aren't that good. They aren't that much of a good person, inside or outside. So let's cut that bullshit. Anyway, guys, thank you. I see you guys later.